Hey there, I'm Scott Tripp. You may know me from such YouTube shows as the Balloon Blast Video Show and, well, just the Balloon Blast Video Show. My co-host, Sam Cremines, and I are both professional balloon artists. That means that we keep an odd schedule. Sometimes we work 7 days a week, and it's always hard for us to get together to film these episodes for you. Whenever possible, we like to get together and film extra segments. That way we have something to put in the show on those weeks we can't get together and film a full episode. And that's what this episode will be. A few pre-taped segments. We also have our first contributor segment by William Beatty, Dr. Twiston. Sam Cremines will show up later on video, and I'll meet you back here. So for now, I'm Scott Tripp. You'll see Sam Cremines later. This is episode 23 of the Balloon Blast Video Show.
Rise above 3 twist balloon dolls, no bad clowns and cheap wigs here. Raise the bar, prove our art form. It's the Balloon Blast Video Show with Scott Tripp and Sam Cremines.
Well, we're back. We got us a table full of balloons. What's going on with these, Scott?
We have presents. Now, at some point I have to turn this over to you because you're the Batilletex guy, but you know, when we lose a balloon color, the sounds of us shouting is deafening. You know, when the Geos almost disappeared, you know, we cried like babies. I was the loudest, of course. You know, we hate to see something go away. But when we get something new or it comes back, you know, where was the fanfare? Toffee balloons are back. We lost these. I stockpiled almost a case of these. And they're back now, so have you heard an announcement?
I have barely seen any notice about it at all. There was a little bit of internet buzz about it, but very precious little. These are actually one of my favorite balloons to work with, especially around Christmas. Last year at Christmas I had to use a toffee brown, or not toffee, but a mocha brown that for making reindeer. I don't like the way they look. This year...
They say that Qualitex blush is a skin tone, but toffee is a nice darker skin tone.
Right.
There's more than one skin tone color.
Right, there is, and that's what I find whenever I'm making princesses at the restaurants I work in. Sometimes a little girl will like a princess or a mermaid that matches their ethnicity, not just the stereotypical blonde hair, blue-eyed Disney princess. They want something that matches them. So these, the chocolate, the mocha, the blush, both from Qualitex and Batilletex, rather. You know, because that's two different blushes there, even.
Well, it also has a certain color that is a light wood or a straw color. Like if you're making a bird's nest and you weave 3 colors together, I could see that with blush, with maybe even a goldenrod. You know, we want more crayons in the box.
Right.
Yeah, this is a color. I use a lot of Qualitex. I use some Batilletex. This is a color that I think everyone should have because Qualitex lime green and Batilletex key lime, they're essentially the same. Have you noticed much of a difference?
Minor differentiation in color there.
But if you make a, let's say, a Ken Stillman superhero, you could use the heart from one and a 260 from the other, put them together. It's essentially the same. No one else has this color. So, but you're the Batilletex guy.
I'm really fond of these. I just prefer Batilletex because early on I started with a bad experience with probably some balloons that have been sitting on the shelf too long at a party store, so it kind of sullied my opinion of Qualitex initially. I do use some Qualitex, but I am primarily a Batilletex guy. So. Right,
and I'm as guilty as anyone, you know, propagating this whole, you know, one company versus the other.
Yeah.
I use both. I'm sure your 321s and Geos, of course, are Qualitex. Because there's some colors one company has that the other doesn't. And I have a few examples here before we get into the fun stuff. Fuchsia.
Oh, I love that. Great flamingo color.
Yep, Batilletex Fuchsia. Qualitex came out with Wildberry, which is an awesome color. Beautiful color. I will not say one is better than the other because they're 2 different shades. I'll get the Wildberry while you get that one.
Okay.
Wildberry. Fuchsia is, it's not hot pink. How would you describe that color?
I call it hot pink from whenever I'm just discussing it with children at the restaurant, because that's the easiest way to say it. It's kind of brilliant pink, I think is a good word for it.
Very vibrant.
Very, very vibrant. I like this one.
Wildberry, I say, is between red and pink, but with purple mixed in.
Yeah,
you
can see the difference
darker,
there, yeah.
This one would have more of a girly look, where this one's a little bit deeper and richer in color.
Yeah, that's more for making hearts at a club or a late night restaurant. This is more for flamingos and princesses for the little girls.
Right, and if you do like the 6 balloon, the woven heart, this 3 balloon braids on each side, it's good to have more colors of pink, you know, light and dark mixed in. But let's talk about the periwinkle.
Oh, the periwinkle! I just got some of those from my own balloon rig. The other day. It's blue, but not quite blue.
You do the Batellitex, I've got the Qualitex.
Give me the thick-walled one.
Oh, I'm giving you the one that you always
the colors.
Yeah. These are both called periwinkle. They're different, obviously, aside from the twisting of the length. Dark with
this
Batellitex.
is slightly darker with Batellitex. It's less translucent. I'm seeing a lot of see-through action on the Qualitex.
Of course, we have studio light.
It's not as bad on the Batellitex.
Now,
that's not a bad thing necessarily.
I have both in my apron. I use the Batellitex. I look at it as blue jeans color.
Right.
And I essentially use this too, but this one can pass more as a blue, whereas this is like a very...
It's like a denim.
Yeah, darker royal blue mixed with... you can almost see the texture.
Yeah, mixed with clear almost, yeah.
But, oh, are we twisting?
I'm twisting something.
Alright, well I'll let you do that, and I'll talk over you.
Alright.
I have a lot of Qualitex in my apron, but certain colors of Batellitex, Fuchsia is in there, Periwinkle is in there beside the Qualitex Periwinkle. Deluxe Mango, which was formerly called...
Marigold.
Marigold.
It's actually a little bit lighter than the Marigold was.
Right. I've actually got some Marigold upstairs I think we can compare with.
I use it for giraffes all the time.
I say that the Marigold had more of an antique sort of yellow. Like, say something, a white rubber ball left in the sun, how it would yellow. It has that, like, older look.
Yeah.
This is very comparable to a Qualitex Goldenrod.
Right.
Although I still have it in my apron because I've got 7 colors of blue in my apron, but we have 1 orange. I've got, 3 yellows. There's a yellow, a goldenrod, and a mango. So I like to have a little bit of variance in that color. You go to green, you have 3, 4 different greens. So it's funny how certain colors we have more options than others.
Right.
So, yeah, if you're a die-hard Qualitex person, if nothing else, pick up Fuchsia.
Right, right.
And, Periwinkle, close second.
And, of course, Toffee.
Oh, Toffee.
Toffee.
I'd put Toffee. I don't even know. Fuchsia, Toffee.
I'd get them both.
Definitely. Well, these come in 50-count bags, too. So,
right.
What do you pay for a bag of 50?
It's
on average.
It's on average about $255, $265.
Right, because there's a difference in the,
right.
What do they call them? Deluxe. And
right. There's fashion. There's deluxe. There's of course the crystal colors. They're pearls. They're metallics.
Right, and they have the really handy zipper tops.
The zipper tops with the little hole that you can hang them off a pegboard in your storage room too. So.
And will we get a shot of that when it's done?
Sure.
All right, put you on the spot there. Okay, well, I have some new colors here that I have not opened yet. I've not played with, and I've saved these for you. If you want to blow some of these up. New colors are wonderful. It's Christmas whenever you have a new color. These are both pearl, which means they will be a little bit thinner. I don't see them being in my everyday rotation.
Thinner? Woo!
Yeah, sometimes that the Batellitex bag doesn't... Ah, there it goes.
Thinner, you say? It's like blowing up a tire.
I'll use the balloon pump.
The Pompous Balloon Man pump.
Ooh,
so pretty.
Color. You want to trade, don't you?
I like them both.
Yeah. I don't use a lot of pearl. Either company.
I could totally see these being lightsaber blades.
Well, Fuchsia, maybe it's a little bit too...
Oh, Mace Windu. That's all I'm saying. And, yeah, I think they would make good lightsabers.
Okay.
What else do you think they'd be useful for? Other than, of course, princesses.
Well, I work from an apron. I know you have this cart, which I don't think the viewers have seen, so someday...
Someday soon we're going to have a segment about balloon rigs.
Yeah, the whole segment. In fact, we'd love for you guys to write into the show, send us your photos of balloon rigs. We have a new email address, which is balloonblastvideoshow@gmail.com. We need to repeat that at the end of the episode.
All right, we do.
But in my apron, getting back from the tangent, I always have a loop. In a twist 'em up apron, it holds 50 260s in each loop. You get 50 of these in the bag. I like to always rotate out a seasonal color or put half a bag of this, half a bag of that in there. These I would see as being very popular around Easter.
Yes.
You know, pearl colors or Easter colors. And, you know what? After we leave here, I've got a Chick-fil-A restaurant. I'm taking these. Look at those twisted. I love those two colors now. That was Pearl Caribbean Blue and Pearl Fuchsia. Yeah, Pearl Fuchsia. Those stay in the rotation. Ooh. You can imagine those being well, I wouldn't make that. Maybe if you go hard on there or something.
Or this.
A bracelet, make it into a wand. This is very 1980s quality of twisting, but
you look like Marvin Hardy for a second.
Marvin Hardy. But yeah, I like these colors. So if you're a diehard Qualitex person, if you've had a bad experience with Batteletex that's turned you off forever, give them a try because they've really worked over the years to improve their quality. I have some bags of very old Bateletex, and they have come a long way. So definitely give them a shot. And the two-party system works for us.
Right.
More colors. Now if we can get a third party in there, imagine what we get. I'm looking at you, Gala Balloons. No, I'm not. But, yeah. Anything else you want to add to the Bateletex colors?
Just the Bateletex is... I can't say enough good about Bateletex. They're a great balloon. They are equally on par with Qualitex. They're the two standards for excellence in balloons, of course. I use these almost exclusively. These colors especially, I go through a lot of these. And this one is deer and puppy dogs and monkeys, and this one is giraffes and kitty cats, and this one is everything from flamingos to princess dresses to butterfly wings to... I've even done kitty cats in that color, so it's a very, very nice color. Those two, definitely I'm going to look into for the Easter holiday season.
Absolutely. It's always good to have the standards and then something frivolous and fun.
Right.
But Bateletex has a great assortment of colors. I just happened to pick out, 4 colors that are proprietary to them. And if I'm a diehard Qualitex person who uses some Bateletex, and you're pretty much a diehard Bateletex person that uses some Qualitex,
right? Because
that speaks well to both companies.
Bateletex doesn't make alien heads, so yeah.
Well, each one has their strength, and
yes.
When mommy and daddy fight, we win, right? So.
Right.
Hi everybody, thanks Scott and Sam for having me here as a guest on your show. I want to talk to you about the different sizes of balloons and show you that at least in the balloon world, size does matter. I've got 4 different sizes that I would like to show you because that's what a lot of twisters and balloon artists use. First, the 260, and we've got 160s, and we've got 646s, and we've got 350s. Let's start with what a 260 creation looks like. Here is a simple teddy bear that I have done for years and years. Very simple, very basic. But when you adapt it small, you get something like this out of a 260. Not a 260, no way. This is a 160. Look at the difference. Now I can make them look the same size if I just do a little depth. No, anyway, 160, 260, 160, 260. Let's get rid of the little one here. Here's our standard. And let's go up to a 350. 350. Much bigger. Look at the difference. Just a 350 and then a 260. Huge difference. Now, let's drop the 260 and get the big one, the granddaddy, the 646. I'll have to lean back on this one. Here we go. Wow. Look at the difference between the granddaddy, the 646, and the 350. I will warn you that these take a lot longer than a 260 or even a 160. And these are slow to work with. But you can use this to do centerpieces. You can do this to make absolutely huge stuff. Now, consider this. This is just based on a one balloon creation from the 260. And look at the difference. Now, if you get into big multiple stuff, you will see that you can make gargantuan things with a lot less balloon. Well, theoretically, a lot less balloon than you would with, let's say, 260s to make the same size. But, again, these are slow. And if you tie a few of these off with your hands will get sore.
And that's it. That's the end of episode 23 of the Balloon Blast video show. Thanks for sticking around. Next week, we're going to have a wrap-up of the Pinch Twist contest, tell you about the new contest we have coming up, and the exciting stuff coming up for the end of October. Thanks for tuning in to episode 23 of the Balloon Blast video show, and we'll see you next time.
You and I in a little toy shop, buy a bag of balloons with the money we've got. Set them free at the break of dawn, till one by one they were gone. Back at the base, sparks in the software, flash the message, someone's out there. Floating in the summer sky, 99 red balloons go by.
By the way, be sure to check out lifeofthepartytn.com for all your digital downloads of balloon sculptures and back issues of Latex Soup. Your money helps fund the show, and you'll also learn some cool stuff along the way.